Hey everybody, it's Chad with Nobody Else's Auto. I'm out on the road to stop by my friend's place. We bring you some videos from here from time to time. I usually get through this neck of the woods a couple times a year. So we try to stop by, see my friend, see how things are going with him. And like I've said in the other videos, he's not open to the public anymore. And but fortunately, he's kind enough to let me in, get a few bits and pieces, as well as share some of the cool stuff he's got stashed away in here with you guys. So a lot of the cars in here have been picked over the years. It's a fairly wet climate, obviously kind of a woody climate. So a lot of these cars have a lot of rust in them as well, but it's still cool to see them as they've been sitting back in here for decades. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at a few more of these. There's a lot of cool stuff in here. It's just rough and been in here for decades, just like this old 67 Impala station wagon. I actually just got done grabbing a few bits and pieces off of this one. Got some trim off of it. But man, I don't know, this thing has been in here for a really long time. You see how big these trees are that have grown up around this car. Gives you an idea how long this thing has been buried back in here. Oh, Comet, I believe. Is it a Comet or a Maverick? Comet, Mercury Comet. Got hit hard in the rear. Shoot, probably when this thing was fairly new for as far back in the trees as this thing is. '70 Buick Skylark, 4-door. And realistically, the only reason I can do this video right now is because the leaves and everything are off the trees. We can actually get back here. When this place has grown up, a lot of these cars you literally can't even see. You can see the amount of bushes and leaves. And what really stinks is a lot of these are thorn bushes back in here. It gets pretty ugly. 55 Chevy 4-door, basic old 6-cylinder car. Not much left of that one for sure. '63 Impala. Pretty much just a stripped shell. Looks like it was even an SS. But not really much of anything left. And a lot of rust in this car. Heavily grown up, buried back in here. Old Plymouth Valiant, tucked in here beside it. '65 Fairlane. Like I said, super rough, super weathered. But that's really about all that's left on most of them. Old 2-door Post Ford. And we'll come back around to the front of this old 67 wagon. '64 Impala 4-door. The 4-door hardtop body style, something kind of different. And a shoebox Ford. Like I said, no rhyme or reason really to any of this stuff the way it's in here. And this old Ford really gives you an idea how rough some of these cars are. Somebody cut the whole rear window plug out of this thing. The roof's been heavily damaged. Just not much left of a lot of these old cars. So there's another little sample of some of the cool stuff that's stashed back in here. You know, years ago, this stuff would have been, when it was put in here, it didn't really matter. It was just old parts cars, salvage cars. But today, it's kind of neat seeing it. Just unfortunately, very, very little left of many of these cars, and structurally there's not hardly anything left of them. Like I said, I get lots of bits and pieces, lots of trim type stuff off of them, but that's about all that's left. So like I said, he's not open to the public anymore. So if you got any questions, give me a shout. Like I said, I get through this area once or twice a year, sometimes 3 times. It just varies, but I always like to stop by and see my old friend and check out what's going on. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Glad that he's kind enough to let me share some of this with you so you guys can check it out. And if you got any questions about this or anything else you see on the channel, just give me a call. 620-786-4428 is my number. Give me a call so we can have a short conversation about your project, year, make, model, body style, the parts you need, all that type of stuff. Is critical to know if I've got something in stock that might be able to help you out with your project. You like these old cars, you like the old trucks, you like the salvage yard stuff, be sure to check out click that subscribe button and click that notification button as well. We do a lot of cool live stuff on here. You don't want to miss that either. Hope you enjoyed this crawl. We'll do a little more exploring while we're here and bring you some more videos. So stay tuned. We got a lot more cool stuff coming up, as well as a lot of cool new inventory that's been hitting the ground at the yard at Nobody Else's Auto. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay tuned. A lot more cool stuff coming up.